Once upon a time, in a beautiful garden, there was a happy bumblebee named Benny. Benny loved to fly from flower to flower, collecting nectar to make delicious honey. He was full of energy and always buzzed around, making the other insects in the garden dizzy with his constant movements. One sunny day, while flying from a daisy to a sunflower, Benny noticed that one of the flowers in the garden was missing. He flew closer and saw that the flower had been taken away by a group of humans. Benny was sad because he knew that the garden needed all its flowers to be able to grow and flourish. Benny gathered all the other insects in the garden and together they decided to come up with a plan to get the humans to return the flower. They decided that Benny would fly into the human's house, find the flower and bring it back to the garden. Benny flew into the human's house and found the flower on a windowsill. He carefully picked it up with his tiny legs and started to fly out of the house. But as he was flying, he bumped into a vase of water, and the flower fell into the water. Benny was scared and didn't know what to do. He couldn't fly holding the flower and he couldn't leave it there to drown. Suddenly, a little girl came into the room and saw Benny struggling in the water. She quickly picked him up and saw the flower in the water. She understood what had happened and decided to help. She gently picked up the flower and dried it off. Then, she took it back to the garden and put it back where it belonged. The insects were overjoyed to see the flower back in its spot. From that day on, Benny realized that sometimes humans could be helpful, and that not all of them were trying to harm the garden. The little girl had shown him that humans and insects could live in harmony and make the world a better place together.